Welcome, everyone. I'm Eric Mingy. I'm here with Leia, Tom, Josh, Jeff, and Michelle will be joining us a little bit. Together, we are the Velkyn Weave. We're here to play some Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm really glad you're all joining us tonight. If this is your first time watching the Games Tavern, hello, and thank you for tuning in. Please follow the Games Tavern on Twitch. It's free, supports the show, the cast, and the crew. In addition to being on Twitch, our shows are uploaded to YouTube, typically 48 hours later, so you can catch up on all the shows you may have missed. As you might notice, our air conditioning's not working all that well today, and it's kind of warm here in Virginia. So please forgive me. I got the fan going as best I can, and hopefully as the night goes on, it'll get cooler. And other news, this past week, I took the kid off to camp. This is our first sleepaway camp for Charlotte, and boy, was she excited. And I'm excited because this means I get to sleep in for a week. But we dropped her off, and she didn't even look back as she was like running off to go meet all the kids. It's torn. It's pride at the same time. Oh, there she goes. Fly, little bird. How are you all doing?
Super. It's absolutely amazing setting all this up. All my props to our support teams for doing this stuff, because
for those who don't know, Jeff is wearing two hats. Not only is going to be Rangram the Awesome, he's also our entire tech crew in one department, because Virginia kind of goes on vacation in August, late July. So he's doing everything.
It's almost like we're Europe or something.
Almost.
I think I blame Congress, because they split in August, and then everything just kind of shuts down. I used to work at the FCC, and they have to do a monthly meeting, and they schedule it as early in the month as possible in August, and the cars are out back idling, and they do the world's shortest meeting as they thank everyone for all the work they've done through the year, and then dismiss, and the gavel is still spinning as everyone's sprinting to the door to jump into the cars that are out back. It is a sight to behold.
Sounds
anyway,
familiar.
Have inspiration, Jeff, for thank you for doing all this tech stuff for Rangram.
Yay.
How's the new place, Tom?
Great.
Are you settled in?
Yes, it's just fantastic. Finally got rid of the boxes. The garage you can actually walk into now.
That's a major accomplishment. I saw Incredibles, but they were not officially moved in until they opened that last box.
And speaking of vacation, we're going out next week, so Bope will miss you all, and but we'll be back after that.
There'll be a hole where the Bope was. Well, I hope you have a great time.
Thank you.
Unacceptable.
You must sit on stream until your ears bleed.
This is why I schedule all of my leaves to start on Wednesday and come back on Monday.
That is dedication.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, we got you, Tom. You have any announcements for us?
I do. If that's you right there, have an Amazon Prime. No, not you. No, the one behind you. You also, remember, get a free Prime Gaming subscription, which you can use to show your support. For us, really means a lot to us, as well as our lovely crew. Prime Gaming subscription subscribers get access to sub-only emotes and to a special subscriber-only channel on the TGT Discord. Jeff.
Yeah, and we love everyone for all the support they give you, or you give us. So not only those that support us, but our fans, our viewers, all that. This is all one big family. And tonight, just like our previous nights, cheering on your favorite character has special meaning. 500 bits gives you random inspiration to any of the players. And 1,000 bits can get you specific inspiration to include the GM, who has a special little something that he does if you give it to him. So it's not like I would never give it to him or anything. I swear. We have a channel goal of 50 subs. All the subs help. Again, this supports us, supports the crew. This everything that we do here, so that we can bring this to you every week. Not just this show, but all of our shows here on the Games Tavern channel. Leia.
And a humongous thank you to D&D Beyond for sponsoring our show. Go to dndbeyond.com to check it out yourself.
And stay tuned immediately following the Velkyn Weave for The Mists, a new show from the Games Tavern Network, set in the domains of dread. I hear they're doing amazing things.
I would have opportunity to do all my evil laughs. Speaking of which, a recap. We last week, if I remember correctly, and most of the time I do, but I'll solicit help if I forget something. We ended the session in the Dwarven outpost, and we found out it is actually a Hammerfist outpost built by the legendary Dwarven explorer named Glodo. Now, I do have one retcon. If you guys remember last week how we got a question about, do you regret anything as a DM? Sometimes I have ideas after, and I'm like, oh, I need to put that in. So I'm going to sneak it in. No one pay attention. It was here all along.
No.
So over top of the gate that was broken leading down into the Underdark, there are runes that Rangrim could read. And they're written in the Dwarven language Gethic. It says, beyond these gates lie the realms below. Be forewarned and be forearmed, for dangers lurk in the depths.
Would you say that they delved too deep and too greedily?
No, because they're warning you about it. This
So
was here
you
for
don't
other
do
reasons.
that.
Don't do this. But
You don't delve deep.
the party had managed to destroy, obliterate the eyeless ones who were Grimlocks that were holding down this fort, and had rescued 2 prisoners, a human who has been completely shocked and mind fried from the tortures of the eyeless ones, and also Snagger Hammerfist, a dwarf smith who has built himself, or Wainwright, who has built himself a chair in order to get around, because the little bastard Grimlocks hobbled him so he couldn't run away anymore, because he was really good at that. You've managed to rescue both of them and sort through the mountain of treasure that you found, and the most curious thing about the treasure of the Grimlock was, 1, it was extensive, and 2, it was almost entirely in large leather sacks of coin that were minted by Duragar. And we're talking thousands upon thousands of coins, gold and platinum, all with the some sort of fire elemental on one side, and a outpost of a castle on the Underdark, and the other one had a beardless, hairless dwarven woman with a very sour expression, profile size. So you got extra frowny on the side, and on the back side a jeweled hammer, and they were all hexagon shaped.
Nice.
And while you were examining that, you heard a noise when delivery, as a group of Asyricists showed up. Well, a priest of Asyricists showed up with Cyric showed up with a bunch of undead, mostly zombies, carrying in captives that they had ambushed from somewhere and were delivering to the Grimlocks, because you've been told that this is, quote, a collection point. Well, the cleric lasted very little time before he was banished. The zombies went splattering in every direction, and you had a small bit of difficulty with the wights, not too much, before they were wiped out as well. The only problem is that when the cleric died, he has apparently spent his contingency on a circle of death to go off, just as a giant FU to whoever killed him, because that's how Asyricists think. Unfortunately, there's a 60-foot radius and blasted the entire courtyard, damaging you all, but killing all of the pilgrims. And here's my second retcon I'm going to do. Apparently, I used the word vaporized multiple times. They're not vaporized. They're just really dead. They are beyond 0 and dead, but they're still corpses. This way I've already disintegrated. Bope already disintegrated one part of your treasure, so I wasn't going to vaporize the rest of it.
So
And the only prisoner that survived was, you suspect, the mouthy one, because when as the Cyric priest described it, because when he stands up, he is dressed in the purple, mauve, and black vestments of a cleric of Peshaba.
Oh
Did I forget
boy.
anything? Did I
That was
forget
a
anything?
bad night to wear black and mauve, wasn't it?
I mean,
It's always a good night.
we'll forgive you for forgetting the part where 14 skeletons died in 2 rounds, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
And so that is where we'll start our action tonight, with a Priest Bashaba looking at you and going, well, isn't this an interesting turn of events?
You're welcome.
You must be the Velkyn Weave, I
Oh,
presume.
good. You know who we are.
Of course.
Super.
You are rather famous in these parts, aren't you?
What are these parts?
I would
These
like to
parts?
take-
The
I was like-
Elster Vale.
I was like, I'd be surprised if we're famous in these parts. These parts are
Well, I think we have quite a reputation everywhere we go.
not
at this
those
point.
parts.
I would-
No, I was referring to the Elster Vale. Oh,
Oh.
sorry, you were saying
Oh.
something. You must be Stagander.
Well, so Stegander isn't saying anything. As soon as the Circle of Death finishes, she's going to, because I believe we were on the carpet, drop to the ground. She's going to immediately attempt to revivify and stabilize the prisoners.
Aha.
Were
Since they're not
Shot to
vaporized.
zero. Since they're not vaporized.
Thank you. That is an excellent idea. And the priest quickly walks over to the dead Cyric priest and starts rooting around in his bags until he finds a small pouch. This should do nicely. Come, we must save as many as we can. They're just poor pilgrims. Come, help me. Don't you have a priest? Where is she?
She's
sleeping.
sleeping.
Well,
Oh.
you know what? That's a really good idea. Where's that priest?
Well, we have no time to waste.
Yeah,
So-
So I'm going to use my 2 third level spells to cast 2 revivifies on 2 different people, and then try to do medicine checks for everybody else that I can.
The medicine checks reveal that they are extremely dead.
Okay.
The Revivify works wonders, though, like
Okay.
it's supposed to. As they all stood upright, and one of them seems to be an old farm lady. The other one seems to be some sort of laborer. Are the 2 that you pick out?
Okay.
The priest enters some. Oh, by the way, I've been rude. My name is Ramiran, and I am a Doom Master of Bashaba.
The Doom Master.
Indeed.
So. is
One
that-
second. Pull! And he puts his hands down, and the person shoots back up.
Stegander just does her thing where it looks like she pulls like spirit, like light out of smoke.
Reaching through into the afterlife. Oh, to grab the thing. Yours is a very gentle nature way to do it. Ramirez, as he just puts his hands on and just shocks the person back into life. And he can do it twice.
I didn't mean to cut anybody off, but I knew that was a time sensitive thing.
Oh, no,
So I
no.
wanted to interject that
I'm
ASAP.
I'm assuming you're doing that while we're conversing anyway.
Yeah, you guys are talking to him, and Stegander is all business, attempting to do what she can for those she can.
Out of character question, what would Delirious do as your primary healer? Would she raise the poor unfortunate souls that got Circle of Death? Remember, it is a 300 gold piece diamond for each one of these.
I have 3 more diamonds, but I don't know what her spells look like.
I don't think she would, based on
Yeah.
the war of
probably not.
the hobgoblins.
I don't think it's that she wouldn't because she doesn't like them. I think it's sort of a resources thing. She realizes that she could use those
Yeah,
to save
her character is also more financially
right. Utilitarian? I don't know.
That might be the word to use.
Yeah.
here.
Well, we're going to take the easy way out. We're going to say that the minute tolls before she arrives, so she can't revivify. She would have to raise. Which gives us more time for Delirious to show up and make her opinion, because this would be a lot of her resources.
Yeah.
So I think
Good
we
work,
saved
Stigander.
3 then, or 4.
You got 4. You got 2, and Ramirin got 2.
Okay. And like once she revivifies the second, she like goes from being on her haunches to like fall on her butt, like real tired.
Sort of drift down on the carpet. Oh, good work. That is-
Pulling people from
Thank you.
Kellenvor's court takes a lot out of you.
Is as I've said before, it's like I can feel that it's not their path yet.
Probably wise, says Ramirin. After all, it was just terrible luck that they happened to be in the range of that spell when it went off.
It has nothing to do with luck.
Does it?
I mean,
No, it doesn't.
I think it has everything to do with luck. How unlucky that they got left right here, and then you attacked him right here.
She just glares.
I mean, by
We're
that
talking
logic,
about we're talking about people, not just things.
Indeed, I hope you will join me in trying to raise them.
I can't do anything else for them right now.
I mean, are you
Their
providing
destiny is elsewhere.
the gold and resources?
I have no gold or resources. It was taken from me. I spent what all I had was my 2 diamonds left. But I understand you are quite wealthy. Word around Amman is that you have quite the gold to fling around on magic items.
Oh, what I can do is I could offer to cut their heads off and bring them back with us so that their loved ones can speak with the dead.
That is a terrible idea. You sever
I mean,
somebody's head
well,
from their body?
well, I mean,
that way
yeah.
they-
Wait. I mean, yes, there is a amount of gold that has been accumulated. However, that gold, in my mind, is perhaps there's the possibility that it is going towards a temple for a certain deity that would probably be very angry if it didn't get built with you.
I think she'd understand if you raised some of her pilgrims.
Would she, though? As you said, it was unfortunate that they got hit.
I will. I am a Doom Master. I will intercede for you. That is why I'm going to Brindle, to help all the pilgrims that are coming where Bashaba has walked, to minister to their needs.
Ah. Well,
I can minister to your needs if you so wish.
Are you going to build a temple there?
If one is built, I would provide services. But as I said, I do not have much resources on my own. Perhaps in time, with offerings from the devout of Bashaba, those who seek to have the eye of the maid look elsewhere.
I've heard that fortune favors the bold. Are you meek? Is that why you're so poor?
Yes, I speak for the meek. Because bad luck, everyone has bad luck. It is only you fortunate few who have good luck. Because Timora picks her favorites, and the rest of us get the dregs.
So, let me
Most
ask
of
you.
us had to make our own fortune.
yeah, I was like, I don't exactly put my favor in luck one way or the other.
Some of us have been outside of Timora's influence for some time.
No mystic force guides my destiny.
Your rise to power has been extraordinary. If everyone had the lucky breaks you've had, how many heroes would we have? But so I'm here to speak for the others,
Do you speak for the trees? Sorry.
the unfortunate.
So, how'd you end up a couple miles beneath the Lake Rest?
I was ambushed with the rest of the pilgrims.
Ooh, bad luck.
I know. Seems to follow in my footsteps.
What? So wait, you were ambushed and then brought how?
Well, I was unconscious for a large part of it. We were on the road. We had stopped for a while to take our lunch. So we looked up just in time to see the zombies come out, and then everything got dark as I got hit on the back of the head.
That must mean that there's another route, because I doubt you came through the lake.
Well, that's what Snagger said, right? He said that there were other pathways down here.
Which, I mean, I'm sure, but it's interesting that there's another path into the Underdark so near the one we entered.
I mean, that's not necessarily true. It took us several miles to get from here to the caves. Just gauging from how fast we went. And how long we traveled.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts from the Helm of Telepathy and just kind of check in on what he's saying as we're talking with him.
Ramiran, so you get his surface thoughts.
Yes.
He wants his pilgrim friends raised.
Not going to happen.
He thinks you're a bunch of cheapskates for holding out.
Hey, he's right.
I don't know what is required for a raised dead. I don't have the capabilities of doing such a spell.
It requires diamonds. 500 gold Delantier diamonds.
Say Ramiran.
Not sure we have any.
I apologize. I only have the 300 kind.
I mean, we can probably bring their bodies back, and you can either give them a proper funeral or, pass the hat around, see if anyone wants to raise them up there.
I mean, he's free to carry them.
Really? Really? These were innocent people. No one else is going to help out with carrying them back to the surface?
Do you know how many people died during the War of the Red Hand?
And did those people die underground, or did they die them in somewhere where other people could fetch them?
Incinerated, squashed beyond recognition.
But isn't it a little insensitive for us to just leave these people here? These are people, they're innocent people.
People die literally every day.
I'm not disputing that people die every day, but most people have somebody to take care of them.
You're presuming they're innocent? In my experience, most people are not.
Then you're jaded.
Yes. And I don't have any jade to spare either.
I have spent time amongst hundreds and probably thousands of people in my lifetime, and there are people who travel and are innocent. They didn't do anything. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. They think that you're so willing to let them just decay here is insensitive.
Tell you what, Ramiran, I'll loan you the money.
Loan me. Curious. Yes. No, you see, if it's just the bad luck, these souls would go to Bashaba. So we will win either way. But I kind of would like them to have a full opportunity for a full life. You are wealthy beyond measure, and it was your actions that triggered the event that killed them.
Honestly, I can't help but agree. I know he's a cleric of Bashaba, and we're kind of on iffy terms on her, but we caused this. This was our fault. We're responsible for these people.
Well, they were on a pilgrimage because of Bashaba's actions in Brindle.
Which caused us to be here.
There.
Bashaba cursed my innocent daughter. How does it?
But now
Bashaba can pound sand.
You want to help Bashaba even though Bashaba has wronged us? I'm confused.
I'm not talking about helping Bashaba. I'm talking about helping people.
Who serve Bashaba?
Serve is a strong word. I'm the only true servant here. The rest of these are just pilgrims. This was Rickett. This poor Rickett was born fairly poor and was having trouble getting jobs, got laid off 4 times in succession, and was trying to get rid of his bad luck. That is why he came to Bashaba, to pray that it was so the bad luck would pass from him, so he could find work in the future without having her eye upon him.
Stigander makes like a C
Praying,
This woman,
praying
Huh.
for bad luck instead of making oneself better.
praying to get rid of the bad luck, to take it away from you and shift it.
Let me tell you about this woman. Her name was Sally. She owned 13 black cats, all of them missing an eye. Quite sad, very unlucky. She's dead. I don't care. All right.
You were right about the cat, and her name was not Sally. It was Salisa.
So close.
And she thought, and the cat did cross in front of her path, and ever since then, she's had terrible luck with things slipping out of her hands as she's gotten older, and came here to pray to Bashaba to get rid of her terrible luck before she breaks more toes.
So again, going back, he revivified 2. You revivified how many?
2.
So that's 4. So that's 5 now. How many are left?
6.
Okay. So each grabs 1. We grab the 6th. Then there you go. There's everyone.
I cannot carry
That
it.
is true.
They're light.
Could we
What?
put them on the flying cloud pit?
I'll throw him in my hole.
I'm as tall as your knee.
I said I can carry them. It's fine.
Okay.
Plus, if you do
Where-
have a carpet,
where
it
we-
would fit on the carpet.
Where are we carrying them?
Well,
Back
Oh.
to Brindle.
right.
Which is
No. Hang on. I was shown something. What was it? What did the dwarf say? Or not the dwarf. Where did, what's his name?
Snagger.
Snagger. There's a place. Needs a wizard. Bope.
I'm a wizard.
Yeah. Where is Snagger? Did I leave him back there?
You left him in the smithy.
Yeah.
That's
He
okay.
he can't get out.
Stander, do as you wish right now. We're gonna try to find a way out at least.
I will zip back on the
Keep-
carpet.
Keep
to
an eye on
Snagger.
him, please. At the very least.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I can
Okay.
keep an eye on him.
I'll secure the front gate.
All right. So I will say Rangram and Bope will go back to the smithy.
Okay. Snagger is there, kind of in his chair, kind of peering out to see what's going on. Let me find his voice. Where is it? There he is. All right, found him. What's going on? Did you win? Looked like you won.
We
Yeah.
did.
Until the next one comes, yeah, we should probably. Were you saying something about a way out, a portal or something?
Oh yeah. You take me with you? Get me out of here.
Absolutely. And I pat the carpet.
I mean, if you don't
Weird,
mind,
weird promise.
if you don't mind going to the surface for now, yes.
Oh no, anywhere but here. Well, that's good. I can get back. Any particular place on up top? I can show you. Come on this way.
Well, we'll probably head back to Brindle. That's the town nearest where we entered.
Oh, I know Brindle. That'd be great. I like it. We'll do that.
Okay.
All right, he takes you over to the side of the smith and he pushes the stones and the pattern in the wall and causes the stairs to drop down into the floor. Were you there for that before, Rangram?
Yes.
Okay. Bope wasn't, right?
Nope.
So, the dwarven secret doors are really hard to see. They're really good at that. And it goes in a circle.
Ooh, fancy.
And if you head, do you want to head down? Snagger can't go because it's a one-way trip for him on his chair.
Yeah. Bope, I'm assuming that this is more your lane, so
Yep. Okay.
I can lead the way if you. Do we think anything's down there, Snagger?
Haven't heard anything. Haven't opened it in weeks. I don't open it very often in case the
Fine.
grimlocks come by.
Yeah, let me go just in case. Who knows what's down there?
Is it openable from the inside?
Yes, I can show you the. Sequence when you get down there.
Okay.
But this is to keep people from teleporting in without being invited. and then they get stuck.
Yeah.
And that otherwise we don't want people boiling up in the basement of our smithy.
So yeah, we'll go. I'll go ahead and head down those stairs, weapon out just in case.
All right, the Rangroom heads down. It is when you get to the bottom, it is an octagonal room that has a hanging from the ceiling. There is a continual flame spell going. This is continual light. This one is enchanted to look like a burning flame that makes no heat and has no smoke. In the bottom, there's a one ring that has all sorts of magical markings in it that are vaguely like runes, but I don't think are the same type that you have learned from the giants. They are instead written in the language of Netheril.
Of what?
No, the Netherese. Magic. They're the ones who interpreted magic from the elves into the way humans could understand it.
Right.
I hop off my carpet excitedly and whip out my book, my spell book, and just this is exciting, and I just start copying intricately in detail.
And you see that, Rangroom? When he does that, Rangroom, you notice he has a couple other pages with similar circles with notations on it.
Oh, in his book?
Mm-hmm.
You done this
He's added to
before?
it.
Oh, I have. This is how I got to Brindle so quickly for the christening with Stigander. Yes. Yes. This means we can come back anytime we want to this very room.
Oh, so such a useful ability.
Oh, yeah. Yes, my friend.
Snagger. Looks clear. What was the? Do you need? I can help you down and back up if you need to show us how to get in.
I just offhandedly.
I can get
wave at the
down on
carpet.
my own if you don't mind carrying the chair.
Sure.
You can take the carpet. I wave.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, we'll do that. That sounds fancy.
It's the fanciest of rides.
Stagger, by the way, has got like giant biceps from working on his forge. So while he can't walk, he can just ninja warrior himself pretty much anywhere he wants to go. As he just kind of does the arm hangs down the side.
I can totally picture it too, because I've seen that done before. Like someone that had disabled legs and just upper jacked and would do pull-ups and monkey bars all over the place.
After a minute, I scratch my head. I'm like, hey, actually, take your time. Maybe tell the others. This is gonna take a little while.
Oh, he's sticking with you because you're his ticket out of here, and he wants out of here.
He
He also mentions, by the way, when we get out of here, if any of you guys need a smith, my client list is open.
I think we could probably make some use of that. I've got a little.
What are you saying?
I've got a little bit of skill, but I'm sure I'm nowhere near as capable as you are.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, see, I can whip up all sorts of weird things. Specialty is wheels, as you can see, but most anything metal I can put together with enough time. The DM's got a bunch of books from the old first edition DM's guide that has retainer rules. We might dip into some of them.
Maybe we can combine my jewel smithery with your.
Ooh, that would be not so good with the whitesmith, and I'm more of a blacksmith.
I guess mine is more.
I can try, but I'm not going to be as good as I am with my iron and adamantine and
No.
I can get my hands on it.
You make the nice, fancy, sturdy item, and I make the filigree and the stuff to give it power.
I like where this is going. It will take you about an hour to memorize and decipher this rune. By the way, one short rest.
One short rest. During short rest, we will attune to items.
Okay. And you want to try the Spear of the Red Eye?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will sit in the smithy staring at the forge as I ponder and rest.
All right. So, Bo, while you're there, he'll show you the sequence to get out of it. And with your intelligence, you have no problem memorizing it.
Got it. Thank you.
Going back to Stagander real quick. A quick description of him. Has anyone seen the Shadow and Bone miniseries on I think it's Netflix?
Nope.
Anyway, that I was going to borrow a face reference, but since none of you've seen it, we'll just go with a description of it. With Ramiran is Tetherian human, so he's olive-skinned, dark black hair, soulfully dark brown eyes, and has a very nicely trimmed beard and mustache, and is extremely handsome. He is wearing baggy pants that tuck into his boots that come up just underneath his knees there, and has the puffy sleeve shirt that they like an with a coat over top of it. The coat is black with purple piping, and his tunic is a mauve colored, and he has the wide sash cloth belt around his waist, which is also purple. His pants are also black. And he just is picking up all of the dead pilgrims and carrying them over one by one to the center of the place and laying them out.
Stagander would be doing the same thing. That's probably quietly what she's doing.
Do you have any water? Perhaps the ones we've brought back could use some.
Oh, yes, here.
The brigands did not give us anything to drink or eat on our way. I don't think they wanted us to survive the experience.
I could imagine. Here, and she'll pass her water skin to whoever's near him or one of the other.
One of the others, they're there. They eagerly grab it and water. Oh, thank you. I thought we were gone. We were goners.
Second. I just wish I could have saved more of you.
By Tamora's grace, you're still here.
Ramiran smiles.
Think about it. We wouldn't be here without Deliris.
This much is true.
I lay down
It's always shifting, isn't it?
Well, not all of us are powered by the powers of Tymora. Quentin.
Quentin, you notice that because I did not vaporize the cleric anymore, that he does have some items and jewelry. He's wearing some jewelry.
I was going to ask about that. I'm going to give him the proper once-over.
All right. The patented quintining happens, and you find that he has a belt pouch on, tucked in the side of his chainmail that he is wearing underneath of his vestments. Opening it up, you can find a 105 electrum and 70 gold. Since you have an hour here, you can easily count it.
Okay.
You also find, tucked into the a pouch in his belt, leather pouch, 2 potions.
They look like any of the ones that we have already, as far as the color and stuff.
What do you have already?
We got a smattering of potions of healings of different qualities. Some giant
one of them
strength.
has a feather in it that's floating up and down, and it's kind of sky blue with little puffs of cotton balls in it that would look like clouds.
Okay, so like a free fall or a fly.
If you want to spend a short rest, you can identify it.
Nah, we'll deal with that later.
The next one is kind of weird. When you look at it through its glass tube, the liquid is constantly changing shape. First, it's full of liquid, and then it into like a long cylinder in the middle of it, and then it fades into like wedge shapes all in there. So every time you look, every couple seconds, it changes to a different shape. Always kind of liquidy.
We dealt with a potion master back in our early days after rescuing his abode from a little extra dimensional space. This seems familiar. Something's sticking in my mind. I'll definitely follow up on this later. But actually, I'm more concerned about the priest right now. Does he have any obviously identifying marks as far as scars, tattoos, anything like that?
He has a eye patch that had the black skull on top of it, the one that has the no teeth, no bottom jaw with the black sunburst coming out from behind the head, and it's over the top of his eye.
What's under the eye?
Nothing. A hole.
Okay. Did his circle of death like take the flesh off him too, or just kill him?
They just killed him.
Okay.
He did a lot of necrotic damage, so it's like he's covered in first-degree burns. It'd be the way I would try to, accept it's not from heat. It's like from the necrotic energy, so it's all black and pustuled and all of that. But
so
he was
it's like
also
chemical
dead.
burn.
Yes, it's like a chemical burn. That'd be a good way to put it. Thank you.
Okay. I'll drag his body to the opening so that it can be seen, and write get some like normal white paint and put like slaver on his head and write that in the wall,
Okay.
basically leaving a message to anybody coming down with new merchandise. This is what happens.
Fair enough. You do also notice that he is wearing a very fine ring made of gold.
Yeah, what the hell? I'll take it because I'm that type of guy.
Okay.
Does it have any religious symbology on it? Because I know Bob likes that type of stuff. He's got a whole neck full of symbols of failed deities and heretics.
False gods.
False gods.
It's like that guy from The Mummy.
Yeah. We picked him up in the Fey Market, actually, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's a whole collection of.
Actually, this one is silver and has what appears to be an amethyst sitting into it, set into it. But the entire band of it is carved to look like broken chains. Let me see if I can get a picture for you.
It's interesting.
Aha, found it. Hey, Jeff, if I dump this into the production deck, would that mess you up?
It shouldn't.
Seed Setter 3.
Which one is that?
Okay.
It's the ring.
Not something I'm familiar with, but we got a short rest coming up here, so take a little nap time with it.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I've left the slaver message, the anti-slavery message there, and I'm just kind of watching Ramirin out of the side of my eye. I don't hate him, but I definitely not his friend.
Mr. Gander's paying more attention to the other folk than she is the priest.
And when I'm
They're
done,
the ones that actually got taken down.
Yeah. But when I'm done with the slaver thing, I'll go give Snagger his stuff back. The magic battle axe, the chainmail. I think he had a shield and a ceramic jug as well, which were all in that big dwarven chest.
Oh yeah, my ale, my porter.
It's
Sweet.
still there, not touched.
Is it really? They didn't touch it? He
Well,
pops a cork and immediately takes a deep chug. Oh, I missed you so much. Oh man, oh wow. Ooh, puts hair on your chest. Oh, good stuff. Would you like a swig?
yeah, why not?
Okay, he offers a swig, and it is potent. It is the proof on this thing is sky high, and it is thick. Like it's a porter, a very thick, high alcohol content porter. You think you should not leave this thing near open flame.
Not near a boat.
Wow, that could launch a skyship there. Thank you.
Oh
Thank you.
yes.
Hey, look, there's a ring. Sorry.
Yay!
Hey.
Good job.
Yay, Jeff. Oh, and Snagger's gonna say, "Hey, I got some beer." And he shouts down to Ragrim,
That's not beer.
"Porter."
That's rocket fuel.
It
Yeah,
really is rocket fuel.
It's about the same. It's fine.
That's airship fuel right there.
No, airship fuel is our airship fuel is magic.
True. True.
Hey,
You've
Bo,
got a gold dragon to fly your thing.
A little busy, but what's up?
you have your wall of stone prepared?
I do.
Might need it when you're done.
Okay, sure thing.
You want to take a short rest now?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
If you do so, Ramirin will join you. He doesn't seem to be inclined to pick a fight with you since he has no weapons and is very, very damaged.
Oh,
And he's going to spend his short rest resummoning a new holy symbol to Bashaba, which looks like a pair of antlers.
Interesting.
did you want to maybe block off the other entryway with the wall of stone?
Am I done with my task? Are we fast forwarding?
If you want to fast forward to the end of your short rest,
Okay.
Or, I mean,
and that brings us to it.
I guess this is another. So this is 2 hours later, right? Because it's a short rest while he's an hour for him to do the inscription, and then an hour for his short rest.
Oh no, I assume I don't need a short rest. You guys short rest while I am doing the inscription.
Yes, that's what I assumed.
Yeah.
I'll cuddle up with the priest ring there and see if there's anything magical about it.
All right. It is indeed magical. And go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Ooh, Arcana check. D&D Beyond, don't fail me. Rolling my dice.
It failed you.
21.
You
Bashaba shines upon me.
believe that this is a ring of free action.
Oh, I've seen one of these before. I stole one of these off of our dearly departed comrade for safekeeping, of course.
Stole?
Well, appropriated.
Scavenged.
Yeah, stole, scavenged.
He had no heirs, so I suppose it was acceptable. His family was his heir.
Oh. Well,
And for those who did the Spear of the Red Eye is a +1 magical spear, a magic spear that gives you +1 attack and damage. It has the returning capability
Okay.
and makes the bearer immune to fear.
To fear. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Quentin. Where do you think I should close off?
weren't there a couple different doorways that led deeper into the Underdark? I mean, we could ask Snagger about it, but I thought, hey, if we're going to be stepping away for a little while, make whoever's coming through work for it again.
Oh, I can give you directions. That's
we
easy.
need to go that way eventually.
So, through that gate, and he points towards the water gate.
Okay.
That's where they bring in all the captives.
Gotcha.
And sometimes it's these yahoos, and sometimes it's other yahoos, and sometimes it's weird bat creatures that are really freaky looking, and I don't like looking at them, and I kind of hide. But I'm just a smith. After a while, from the other broken gate, come in other creatures, gogglers. They're the big fish guys, fishmen. And they walk around like that, and sometimes they're commanded by these guys that got tentacle mouths, and I stay away from them because they don't smell too good, and they have this way of looking at you that makes you feel all queasy. I don't like it. But I don't know how often they come. It's ever so often, probably about another 10 days before they show up. Because they just left a while ago, took a whole mess of lizard folk down with them.
Yeah.
Aren't we continuing down? I'm looking for.
You were taking me back up.
No. I mean, in terms of walling off, that seems rather.
Oh, scare me there. Ooh, man.
Well,
Don't
what
worry.
if you just did one panel? Make him work for it. It wouldn't be that too hard to get through. I don't know. Pro con, just an idea.
Sure. Okay. If you think it'd be helpful, I can do that and take us home once. So
Yay.
that'll be that. All right. So I'll do Wall of Stone. Do whichever.
Suppose sleeping in Brindle tonight won't be too bad.
Oh yes, that's right. Definitely need to sleep after that.
Hopefully it's still around. Like.
All right.
And
So
go ahead.
go for it.
Having seen, after coming up, I see all the work that quite evident that only Stygander has been working on these bodies with some assistance from the priest. I'll just sidle up to her and say, Stygander, I understand where you're coming from. These from as far as we know, these are innocent people that just got caught in the crossfire. But I mean that it really happens every day. You can't blame us for them being brought down here and for what transpired.
I'm not blaming us for them being down here, but it is our fault that they died.
No, it was that priest.
We had the time to move them and we didn't think about it because we were so wrapped up in the fight that we didn't think about the other lives that were at stake. That's important.
How many priests have you met that carry suicide vests? Is that a thing where you're from?
No, not well.
I've never seen that before.
I'm not, first of all, I'm not from anywhere, so I don't know. And second of all, I lived a life where everyone mattered and they all had their places.
Mm-hmm.
That's important. Us causing innocent people to die is our responsibility. And that's important. We need to be accountable. What kind of heroes can we call ourselves if we let this kind of thing happen regularly? Yes, we save who we can. This was avoidable. It was avoidable. It didn't have to happen, but it did. And it's our fault. And the fact that no one is taking that in account is sad.
I don't agree. I don't think we had any hand in that priest's decision to explode. He was going to do worse to these people, make them live a life of slavery and mindlessness.
The fact that the three of you think this way is sad to me. It hurts.
I'm sorry we let you down.
Maybe I'm naive. I spent too much time isolated. But it's not something that I can just let happen. Not if there is anything that I can do to help. That's that.
Seeing that that's that, I will go back into the Grimlock horde and...
Oh, yeah. It's an embarrassment of riches in there.
Got another 4 zombies with my 4th level Animate Dead, which is pumped up because of my necromancy.
At least you raised the Grimlocks and not the followers.
I almost offered that, but that was in poor taste, so I didn't.
Hey, Pope, are skeletons better than zombies, or which ones do you prefer?
Well, the skeletons are a little quicker, but, the zombies make me feel fast, so I kind of like having them too. But it really takes a long time for them to become skeletons, or a lot of grisly work, which I'm not really into.
Could you set a skeleton upon the task while we're away?
I'm okay with the zombies, and in good time. I'm good with nature taking its course.
Sure, nature.
Would you at least assist me in carrying these back to the surface lands?
Oh,
this is Ramirez.
Absolutely. I'm not opposed to that.
The Shava will look favorably upon this, I'm sure.
Say, Ramirin, does Bashaba have warlocks? Or is she only like a priest, paladin type lady?
He has warlocks. They are independently minded and not part of the clergy.
Huh.
She picks favored those who are favor, but and gives them special powers, much along the lines of her twin. But she doesn't have the ability to give them the luck that makes them heroes of the realms the way her sister does.
Interesting.
Stagander, please give yourself a inspiration.
Okay.
Thank you. Anything else, or do you want to make use of the teleport circle, or what are your plans? Are you wall of stoning, and which way are you stoning?
It wasn't clear to me which way Quentin thought was advantageous. Whatever way he points to.
The broken gate leads to the Underdark. The water gate leads back to the path where the water was running by, with the two caves that go, one towards the place that had the diamond and one that had the hearth.
I think we were gonna go towards the hearth. Actually, we ask Snagger which way towards the rest of your people.
Neither.
What do you mean neither?
Neither. That one, well, that would have left to the mines, but those played out a while ago and nobody's there, and that's where those back things are coming from. The other one, with the hearth, was an old keep that once again we built, and one thing led to another, and anyway, it's been abandoned.
So maybe the
I'm
mine, the
voting.
bad thing.
I'm voting for the keep.
So now you can the way you can wall it off is imagine it like a T. So the top of the T goes to the mine or to the he called it Broken Spire Keep is what Snagger says where the hearth leads to, and then there's the other gate that leads from the water cavern into the courtyard, and then beyond that is the broken gate that leads down into the Underdark. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 choke points to choose from. If you do the water gate, it will cut off both of the gemstone cavern and the broken keep cavern. Will both lead into that and block both of them. Or you can get the Underdark and prevent anything from coming up from down below.
I think the Underdark for now. We continue to explore. We take this slowly. We have time. Yeah, we have time.
You got about a 10-day, says Snagger, before they come back.
Plenty of time.
All right.
So yeah, let's block off the Underdark and we can
Make him work for it.
And because I think the keep has important aspects that kind of makes coming down here worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. We should probably also close the sally port and lock it so none of those bad creatures can drop whatever it is that they're bringing into the keep.
Pretty sure they could go through the slits, but yeah.
They said they were giant bats, though.
And I left a message for any slavers coming through the front door.
Also that.
Okay, so you're walling off the broken gate to the Underdark.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, done. Both raises his hands and the stone
Yeah.
comes
good
up
work.
and seals it closed.
Ooh, thank you. I'll wipe some sweat.
What sort of stone do you like? The area around here is all limestone.
I think I like to keep things looking natural, so it matches.
Okay. You can pick whichever design you want inside of it too. If you want to have like cracks and crevices, or if you want it smoothly polished.
Keep it
choice.
aesthetically pleasing.
I'm gonna draw one of the squid-faced people in kind of like almost like stick figure caricature, but put obvious stink lines coming off of it. This is not the first time I've graffitied and prepped the battlefield for a little psychological warfare. Big
All right.
old stink lines too.
All right. Stink lines have been deployed. Anything else? or do you want to trigger your teleport circle and head back up top, or do something else entirely? Because Snagger wants to go back immediately, does not want to go on any more adventures.
We grab Delirious.
Oh,
All right. There's just like, oh, why'd I eat all that chili?
Oh,
and
Must do.
oh, my nose. Oh,
and you, I assume you're also going to get the other fellow, the human whose name starts with T.
yes.
Sure.
Talon. Okay, and
He gets-
take him back up.
He gets to go for some magic mind healing.
He will need it. Alrighty. You begin to cast the spell. I believe it takes a full minute to cast. Somewhere in the player's handbook.
Yep. Teleport. Circle.
And
A minute. And
he sits there as the spell, as the magic starts tracing around the circle, and you can feel it. And whenever it connects on the far side, after 1 minute of casting, everyone on the inside of it, light goes up around you in the teleport circle, and you find yourself somewhere else. And this sounds like a great place to take a break.
Oh.
Break.
Say somewhere else, like it might not be Brindle. Hey.
Wait.
Would I do that to
Shaba?
you?
Yes.
Would I
need
do
to
that
find
to
out.
you? Oh, question. Are you bringing back Ramiran as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Stigander is going to insist.
Be a real
I have
dick move. Even for
nothing
Quincy.
against
So.
So anyway,
next
as we go into
teleport.
break, don't forget to ask your character questions by typing in question in all caps, followed by your question and which character it's directed to. You can also ask questions to DM and see behind the screen and what level of BS I am rapidly pulling out of my sack down here beside me. We'll answer up to 3 questions, or maybe more if we feel like it. We're kind of like that. But Jeff, got anything for us?
I have things. Yes. So we talked earlier about the bits and subs. The other way to support our channel, to support us and those that support us, is through our Patreon, the Games Tavern Patreon itself. And it's actually one of the best ways because a lot of that goes directly to us instead of to Twitch and then to us. So, you know. So you can go out to patreon.com/thegamestavern, all one word, to get your hand on some actual additional content that's not available through YouTube or Twitch, such as miniature paint plans, battle maps, plug-in encounters, some additional things that have been created over time for support in these shows. A bunch of good, easy things to check out. Please, that is great help.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, speaking of bits, when we reach 500 bits, we award random inspiration to a character or the DM. And if you cheer 1,000 bits, you get to pick which character gets the inspiration. But we'll be back in just a few short minutes.
Thank you so much. Welcome back, everyone. Let's check in to see a whole bunch of questions I just seeded in the chat. All righty, so I have a question for each of you.
Oh boy.
Who wants to start?
Well, I just
Touch your nose.
refreshed,
Whoever touches
so I
your
only
nose last
see
doesn't get.
I only see my question, which is, do I want birthright rules for managing Elsyr Vale, or would I want Lady Call to handle it? Well, that is an interesting question. I would not be opposed to it if it's kind of like a background type thing to help
Be back
guide the
down.
atmospherics.
No, you are a lord.
He is a liege. He did earn a title. Actually, Delirious and Bope got titles too.
Grace. It's Grace. But
That's right.
Ooh, Grace. We'll have to
Grace.
discuss what those do. Did they tell you what? Did Grant tell you what those did, or was it just?
It was the equivalent of the background feature where you get a title as one of the rewards, or maybe not the background feature, but
a boon.
Yes.
I just broke my pen.
Okay.
But yeah, I would not be opposed to that. Quentin loves a little mini game, and that's what he's trying to do with
fun.
The kids without knives. They're going to have a lot more soon.
Oh dear. And all those dead pilgrims can stay dead so that the kids can have knives.
Oh dear.
Think about the kids.
All righty. Let's go with Bo. Can you make anything besides?
Yeah. When I had the Book of Vile Darkness, there's a little thing that says basically you can try to come up with your own spells if they're evil enough, right? And so I was toying with try to make undead of small woodland animals. Unfortunately, our rancher companion was not a big fan of that since his farm was overcome by undead.
Oh my god!
It's just a little close to home.
I just pictured the animals from South Park.
Yeah. So and that's we'll see what happens if Mr. Pepper ever dies. We'll just take that one day at a time.
Oh boy.
All righty. Let's go. Stagander, do you want to go next?
Sure.
That question is, Stagander, you're not from this world. You're not from Faerun. What world are you from?
That's a great question.
For the players to ask.
All right. What's your favorite world to visit?
I think my favorite world has to be Eberron. I think that's the one that Stagander has the most fond memories of. Spent quite a bit of time in that particular world.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Very cool. And Rengrim, what's the best way to decorate the beard? What is your preferred beard braiding, decorating?
Rings, obviously.
Rings?
Yeah.
Where you gather together and you have the ring and it poofs out and has another ring?
In the tubes, those copper tubes, or are they with the filigree and the fancy?
So is that what Rengrim has?
I think so, yeah.
There's a term for that, because the rings are actually like you get like a ring, like a big steel ring, and they usually wear those at the bottom of their beards. But those are they're not like posts. There's a word for that.
They are called tubes.
Tubes.
Yeah.
Metal tubes.
Tubes.
Decorative tubes.
Yeah, beard tubes.
Decorative beard tubes.
All righty. So to pick up where we left off, the spell goes off and suddenly the light goes down. As you feel, has everyone gone through a teleport circle before?
Yes.
Once or twice.
Episode 1.
Yeah.
Whoa! It's kind of disorienting as you're not quite sure which way is up, and gravity is shifting around you, and you find yourself in a plain stone room that appears to be a crypt. There's
Right.
little piers on either side of you and a big stone door, and it's just barely big enough to fit this circle that's in the bottom.
I summon the dancing lights just so everybody can see. Oh, don't mind the place. I haven't really had time to clean it up, but the previous occupiers are not really using it, so they won't mind.
The
Oh.
spider shakes
towards
its
the door.
fist at you from a cobweb in the corner.
Um,
The whole cobweb kind of shakes and it scurries off.
I try to open the door. Oh,
All right. What's your
Random.
strength again?
minus 1 to my.
You needed a Stigander.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we both have -1. It was a time.
Well, you have stronger people now.
Haven't thought this through quite yet. Rangram, please.
I go over with one arm.
Yeah.
Eh. And Pinky pushes it open, and the door, the heavy door, which is made out of iron, set into the side of the crypt, opens up, and you find yourself in the graveyard of Grindel.
What we need is a doorstop.
And it is evening. The sun has set behind the clouds to the mountains to the west, and you hear the sound of fireflies and crickets. You hear the sound of the crickets down by the river, and it's all very peaceful because the sounds of the city are some distance away. But of much more interest is there's a statue, more of Sansuri, standing right there in front of your particular crypt that you are exiting.
Now, how did she
That
know?
wasn't there before.
Huh. Small world, huh?
And a voice, very unlike Sansiri, emanates from her column.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Hello, Bope.
Is that Sensori?
That's not Sansuri. I don't know that voice.
Not anymore.
Oh,
You may call me the Whispered One.
Oh, oh dear.
Where's my book,
Eh.
Bope?
Delirious! Help! Okay.
Oh, Delirious still trapped in the magic bathroom and is unable to get out of it.
Okay.
Right in the door. Ah.
So, and I'm just going to back up slowly until, at least next to Rangram and just say, so here's the thing. The book was, is it hot in here? It was.
No, it's actually pretty cool. It's a nice evening.
Yeah, I just sort of coughed. Vecna. It's gone. Timora tore it apart.
Timora?
Yeah, I hear she's strong, and she
What?
just took 2 hands and just, and it's gone.
Was it Timora or Bashaba? I thought Bashaba destroyed it.
Oh shoot, they look the same, aren't they twins? It was Bashaba. Good thinking. I mean, good remembering.
Do not mess with me, Bope. Where's my book?
So there was this aboleth and with some illithid, and I think they have it. If you follow them into the Underdark, you might just find them.
Are you lying to me, Bope? Think carefully. You may want to amend your answer. I have a vehicle now. She took parts of my corporeal form into herself, and I can touch this world, and I can touch you. Where's my book, Bope?
Bad touch.
Let's see. Looking at spells.
He's looking through his book.
hold, please.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
Whispered One.
Yeah.
The Sansiri's golem slowly turns and faces you, and you've now, even when it was Sansiri, it was not as menacing as the face is now, even though it's the exact same sculpture.
So, like the angels. The weeping angels.
You are Quentin.
Precisely.
Do you have my book? Can you help him jog his memory?
I can speak with him. Detect thoughts, telepathy to Pope. Hey, maybe just tell her the truth. It'll be back in 100 years.
Okay, she didn't seem to believe. I did kind of try to tell the truth. It didn't go over very well.
Or did she mean the Book of Elven Smut that we lifted from the...
I definitely don't think she means that.
Okay.
Okay, one more. You know, there's this pit fiend named Palestrin, and I hear he's trying to, make a big foothold here in the the Sword Coast, and he's collecting magical artifacts. So you might want to check with him.
Why? Did you give my book to a devil?
Well,
Oh.
he's a little bit stronger than I am, and it was hard to say no.
Make me a deception check, please.
I'm sorry.
The
I
others were
just
so
imagine
ludicrous that he automatically saw through that.
Yes.
Stigander staying in the back, like, don't look at me.
Actually,
I'm not here.
Did I get advantage? I don't have inspiration. Okay, I thought I did.
Oh, no, so Timora hasn't smiled upon you.
Yeah. No, I used it on the Circle of Death saving throw at the end of last session.
Most of us did.
I was like, I'm pretty sure we all did.
No, this is not going well. That is a 12.
Oh, the other one, it has bells on. Where's my book?
I told you the truth, Mr. Whispered. Timora tore it in half. It'll be back in 100 years. I think it says in the fine print.
You gave my book to a god?
I mean...
Gave's a strong word.
Well, was to keep it out of Bashaba's grasp, right? Bashaba's influence is ever encroaching upon El Surveil.
I have ways of confirming this. If you are lying to me, Bob, this will go poorly for you. I gave you tremendous power, and you gave it away to a meddling little god.
You know, you took quite a bit too, so it was a two-way street.
Did you find our deal unsatisfactory, Bob?
I did.
Then you should have returned the book. Now I will have to fetch it. This is deeply irritating. Do you know what it means to irritate me, Bope?
Just kind of shrink a little bit. I have some idea.
Is it really that
rub
you're
the places where the horns were?
Is it really that you're angry with yourself for not writing a better contract asking for the book to be returned instead of destroyed? I can help you with that.
It then just turns back to Bope and doesn't say anything. We shall talk again, Bope. I will be here, whispering.
Okay.
And with that, the golem goes still.
That doesn't seem so bad.
Yeah, that seems pretty bad. Pretty bad.
You're fine. As long as you're telling the truth, everything will be fine.
And the upside,
Eventually,
you didn't sell the book, so it's not like you got to go get it back yourself.
It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. We're fine. Right.
Somebody
Right.
somebody make an alarm for 99.9 years from now,
Yeah.
so that we we know that we have to go and do it again.
All right, I'm making a note for myself to not be in Toril for that.
Be another plane.
All right.
Find
what
another
are-
crystal sphere.
I'm going to have to find another place to be. Because that
Uh,
sounds terrible.
as we walk, how many places have you been?
Counting Toril?
Sure, I would assume so since you're here.
I'm going to say. Just like takes out fingers. Counting Toril 6.
Wow.
Nice. How many years you been hopping around out there?
I don't really have a count for that. Time is weird.
I think the better question is, how have you gone about that?
Well, I had a guide that I helped. We found places for people who didn't have a place. We would take them and we would take them to another place where they could live their lives.
Man, sure could have used you during the war.
I think we would have had very different opinions about that war.
I meant like all the innocents who needed evacuation. Anyway.
Probably, if it was recently, we were evacuated. There was this one really bad war on another, and actually on another continent where an entire country disappeared. We had to find as many people as we could to replace them.
Wow.
It was really It's not as bad as the entire planet that lost like most of their people. It was pretty sad.
So, Ramirin, welcome to Brindle. Hey, hope you enjoy your stay.
I do appreciate the trip here. This has been most helpful. I will see you to my pilgrims.
You want the deceased ones here? Graveyard?
Yes. We will see through them from here. I appreciate your assistance so far. You've been magnanimous.
Standard, Pope, Rangram, if we could huddle up real quick. Look, I went over the Priest of Sirik and recovered this, and I hold my hand out with the little silvered amethyst ring with the chain. It's a ring of free action. Seen and used one before.
Sounds useful.
It is, but the reason I'm bringing it up is one of us was very keen on resurrecting some of the common folk who passed away while we happened to be nearby. And I just wanted to put it out there that, if we didn't want to use this for ourselves, perhaps it could be sold and the resources used to resurrect them.
I see no problem with this.
We'd probably have to go to to do that. I was just going to give them coin from what we just found.
I think in recompense, I think is what he's saying. You can spend coin now to get coin later.
That's fine with me.
But that's...
If you describe what the ring does, it's something that I can already do, so...
Yeah. Makes it really hard to get grappled.
Yeah, it does. It does a lot of things.
What?
Also, while we're walking, Bope, do you mind... No, we're like...
Yeah.
Oh.
Walking and talking.
Because if we leave, I'm going to give them the gold before we leave.
How much do you need to give them? Is it 500
I think
times
we have
6?
five people, so...
Oh,
6.
That's really easy.
6?
6.
Eric, how many people were left that needed to be revived? 6 or 5?
6. They had a total of 11 of them.
So 3,000 gold.
Okay, so if we each do minus 600 from our tally, right? That'll cover it.
Yep.
I know you guys don't necessarily agree with this, so I'm fine putting up the gold.
Well,
Yeah.
it's one thing, and yes, we will make effort when possible. Just know that not always can something be done, or not always without risking more.
I understand that. I want to just make it clear that I feel like we, in this instant, this was something that we could have avoided, and it didn't happen. So, I don't expect to be able to save everyone. I know that that is not possible.
That was unavoidable. There's no way any of us could have known that he had such a thing on death.
No, but it could have been preventable. It was
Tactically, though, in the
preventable.
future, we could try to prevent civilian deaths. Anyways. Hey, thanks for fighting by my side. I don't know that I've said that enough, And thanks for being part of the Velkyn Weave.
I try. I really
All right.
do.
One,
It is
Glad I'm
evening.
here.
one last thing as we're
Yeah,
going.
sorry.
Bope, are you able to cast or to send a message?
Not today, but I'd be happy to do it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh.
I'm sure that I'm not quite sure where they went, but I'm sure they've come back at some point.
Who?
The ship, of course.
Oh.
Well, didn't we tell them to drop us off and then go right back to Brindle? So it should be here.
Yeah.
My memory's not quite what it once was.
That's okay. I've got a really good memory. Also,
look
I take
around and you don't
really
see the
good
ship.
notes. Oh, crap!
Hence,
It is nighttime.
Might be parked somewhere.
Very parked. They were parking on the green in front of the keep, the call house.
Worst,
where
we'll
the
send
rulers are.
we'll send a message in the morning. I thought I had told them to stay near the lake, but I could be wrong. I don't remember.
Alrighty. So the your evening is your oyster. You can do as you wish here in town. Whenever you return, people are very excited to see you, and they want to hear all about your adventures. So if you go to pass any of the various taverns or towns, or even to the call house, you will get quite a crowd of people wanting to hear about what you all have been up to. And also, if you want, you can also hear rumors about what's been happening while you've been away. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. We'll start with Quentin. Could you roll me a intelligence investigation check and tell me what you
Sure.
get?
Investigation. Bam, that is a 19.
All right, roll me d20 3 times. Well, let's just roll one at a time.
Okay.
So roll me a d20, please.
D&D Beyond. That's a 2.
All righty. You hear the rumor that the Starsong elves have moved from Starsong Hill in the marsh to their new place in the woods.
Well, that's good, because that's why I gave up 25 to 50,000 gold to have them move to a more secure location.
Go ahead and
no-
roll another 20.
19.
19. You also hear that there's a group of fire giants in the mountains to the north, where there once was a famed Tiamat. Did we just trade one danger to another?
Well, that actually checks out. They showed up right as everything was ending. So, and then I rolled a 20 for the third one.
Oh.
If I'm rolling.
That was really enough, is the Velkyn Weave skyship hasn't returned yet after taking the Velkyn Weave to Lake Rest.
That's
How long
not
have
good.
we been gone? We've only been gone I guess a day, right? It's only been a
They've
day.
been gone one day.
Oh.
They dropped you off this morning. It took
Wow.
us 2.5 sessions to get through one day.
They thought they were on leave.
Ringram, roll me a d20. Let's hear what you hear.
I've got an 18.
18. All righty. Roll me 3d20, one at a time.
15. 8.
Hold on. For 15, the first one is, have you been dreaming of underground fish lately? I sure have.
Oh, I get it. It's like the song fish, but
Go ahead and roll
not.
me next d20.
8.
Many elves live in the forest of Tethir to the south, and they do not like Omnians. They shoot settlers and woodcutters on sight with their bows.
Okay.
And the last one,
7.
7. All the rest in El Terrell has pushed a lot of commerce to the south, which is enriching even more.
No. You win some, you lose some, you make some people happy. Whatever.
Oh, you want to make me a investigation check?
That is 18.
Oh man, you guys are all smart and investigative. Okay, roll me a d20.
Okay, that is 14.
Okay, the cloud giant Thulin is building something in the wilderness, in the wild hills to the north of Witchcross. Nobody
Yeah.
knows what it is.
Do we not? Is that not where Lynn Armal fell?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Oh.
But they don't know that.
Ah.
You might know more than the rumors. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Rolled 1.
A 1. There's some sort of tiff between the 4th and 5th Lord on the Omnium High Council. This wouldn't happen if we had 6 lords like in the old days. And last one.
12.
12. The Ghost Lord has been very quiet since the invasion of the Red Hand of Doom. Let's hope he stays that way. He's creepy.
Very appropriate.
And Stikander.
Oh, I nat 20'd.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
What's that total?
21.
Okay, woohoo! Roll me 4d20. You get 1 roll for every 5.
All right.
I'm gonna have to come up with a bunch of new rumors.
6.
6. There's a new play premiering in Athkatla. It's called The Doom of the Red Hand. Guess what it's about?
The Doom of the Red Hand.
Yes, we're all famous. See all the people of Brindle. Woohoo! Right.
11.
11. The peaches came in really good this year. It's a bumper crop and super juicy.
All right. 18.
A dragon has moved into the old lair in the Wormspoke Mountains. They say it's a good dragon, and you can tell because it's metallic, color-coded for your convenience.
He sound like those like posters.
Oh my
Well,
god!
you know.
If I was a chromatic dragon, I would give myself like a metallic sheen overcoat.
3.
Haha! They'll never know.
Back in the old days, when dragons had more spells, we had one with an alter self spell that would make itself look a different color. They would fly over and give one color, and it was like a blue dragon, and it looked like a green dragon. So everyone cast all their anti-poison stuff, and then it landed and breathed down lightning on everyone. And the players
Surprise!
were mad. Surprise!
Last one is 3.
3. People are being kidnapped off the road in Western Elster Vale. It's no longer safe to travel except in large groups.
Oh. I think we heard that one before.
And so those are the rumors you have. By the way, a bunch of people, representatives have showed up in Brindle from various charities. They understand that you are generous in nature and seeking to find good people to give your charity money to. And they would like to make presentations the next day.
God.
So far, you have a group called the Kids Without Bread, Coalition for Better Bridges.
We did.
They're all about repairing transportation and fixing infrastructure. Turnover Tunics, which takes tunics and recycles tunics to people in need. And the last one is Tuppence, which wants to build an urban wildlife sanctuary in Athkatla. So if you have time tomorrow, they would love to make their presentations to you.
Oh, wow.
happens.
You know, if they were kids without
Oh,
eyes,
thank
they
you for
wouldn't-
getting my reference.
I'm just sitting here. It's like stuck in my head now. I had to let it out.
Oh, and Quentin, there you get back, and there is a lawsuit waiting for you.
What?
That's
On- only one?
Just one. Apparently, a group called the Velkyn Thieves are claiming that you are imposing on their trademark and have filed a complaint against you to the justices in Athkatla. And they're asking for 50% of all earnings by the Velkyn Weave because you're trading upon their name, the Velkyn Thieves. And the only reason why people are hiring you is because Velkyn Thieves and Velkyn Weaves sound so much alike.
We're singular, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
This
Well,
is
you will need to hire a solicitor to represent you, unless you want to represent yourself in Athkatla.
Of course.
That's a terrible idea.
But there will be some downtime involved.
I don't think
or-
this is going to make it to trial, sir.
Oh, are the Velkyn Thieves all going to end up Velkyn dead?
Oh no, they're going to do horrible things and their reputation is going to be ruined.
Oh, their reputation is already pretty bad.
Okay, well then dead it is.
Anyway, that's just something we'll have to handle. You'll have to let me know how you want to handle it.
With
But yeah, you got a
pleasure.
trademark complaint,
Wow.
a cease and desist.
Wow.
That's a
Well, I mean, we're also incorporated as the Nimbus, so we can switch over to that right away.
Oh, there we go.
wait. We're incorporated.
Well, next thing
When
you know,
did that
I think
happen?
I think incorporated means like we're like
Nice.
when you incorporate something, not like
It means I've put together the fake paperwork and it's ready for signatures.
I don't know. I think we know some people in Athkatla. We might be able to ask for help.
I don't want to get poisoned again. I want to do the poisoning.
Well, then maybe I'll ask for help then on behalf of the Velkyn Weave. Velkyn Weave.
You do have an agent you can rely on.
Oh, that's true.
And
I'll
I
bring
might have made some connections at the party.
I'll bring the lawsuit to everyone's attention. Look, some 2-bit thieves are trying to horn in on my game of using paperwork to threaten people, and it's not going to stand. We have a certain reputation, right? We raise destitute people, pilgrims who died, you know?
I
Have you
give,
just tried not writing everything down?
No.
It's hard to leave a paper trail if you don't write anything down.
Yeah, but if you leave a paper trail, you can fill it full of
It's like-
lies and half truths.
He's got the
people read
most extensive paper trail on this planet.
I'm sorry, Bob. I talked over you. What were you going to say?
I was going to pat one of the calves of my zombies and say, yes, a reputation. But then I thought better of it and decided I probably left my zombies at the mausoleum instead of bringing them into Brindle.
Probably wise. They don't like pieces of, how their arm occasionally falls off and they have to
Yeah.
reattach it.
It's like picking up after a dog in a city,
So how long were we going to spend here before we head back out?
Well, speaking of agents, I had met last time we were in Brindle. I had met one of my agents with the Castlemac family, and they had quite the proposition for me. But I'm a little short on green, gold, even with our recent earnings. I'm short about 7,000 gold. If I could just get a small loan. To help cover the costs, I'd get about 20 new spells. Quite amazing.
I can help you with that. Do a small bridge loan.
I would
Okay.
also I wouldn't be opposed to lending you some money to pursue this.
Okay, I really appreciate it. And the Quentin, riding on that carpet was kind of nice because the old kyphosis in the back, moving around, it's getting harder every day, even with this I don't know if this necklace is wearing off. I think there's only so much that magic can do for someone of my age. Beginning to just get a little tired. You think I could use the carpet to get around?
I'm sure we could come to some type of an agreement, over usage rights.
Sure.
Are you looking for something more permanent, or?
Yes. Could I trade you?
I would be amenable to that.
All right. What would you like? I've got this amulet.
Actually, that is something that I've been looking for.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll work the fine details. I got a little mask crafting that I need some help with.
Oh no,
But,
he's going to ask you to sign paperwork.
Yes, as a matter of fact. Hey, actually, I did recover 2 other potions from the Cyric priest.
I can identify those for you.
Yeah, I'll hold them up. There's the sky blue one with the feather in it, and the constantly changing, like, what, Mobius strip type thing, constantly looping around.
Sure. I can ritually cast identify.
Okay. Yeah, while we're talking and stuff. So yeah, I'll show you the command word. It flies like a dream. Just watch those left corners.
Oh, I like this. And there's room for one more. Stigander, if you need a ride anytime, that's fine as well.
Oh, I'll definitely jump up if I ever need to hitch a ride with you. For sure.
Brindle, I guess I should go see Lady Call.
Take off my necklace, and you've seen me cast blight on many creatures, and just the immediate desiccation that happens as the moisture is pulled from their bodies, and it looks kind of like that as I take it off, and my constitution falls from 19 to 9, and my hit points drop from 86 to 31. But you just see the ruddy cheeked, old and wrinkled, but still a little gleam in his eye. Just all of a sudden the eyes become sunken, and the jowls return, and just the wrinkles have wrinkles, and there's this exhale, just and you don't think Bope is gonna sit back up, and then it's just okay, here you are.
Are you sure about this? I feel really bad. We're sin like not resurrecting those pilgrims.
I it'll just take some getting used to again. Just rub the eyes, and it doesn't do any good. They're still just cataract and.
Okay, I'm going to keep this safe with me, and you check with me in the morning and let me know how you feel.
Oh, do you want to ride on my back to the castle or something? You look like you need a nap.
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Fall asleep. The potions?
Oh, no. This was before. Potions were before. I said it before.
Yeah, potions are first. Then nap.
Very sleepy gnome wizard.
Yeah.
Are you going to cast Identify, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
We've had a long day.
No battles. It's past his nap time.
That one's easy enough to cast if you're going to cast a spell. Do you have the Pearl?
I do.
Alrighty. The first one with the feather is a potion of flying. The ever-changing potion is a potion of polymorph.
Ooh, another one.
A potion of polymorph.
Yeah, I think we have.
Yeah, the other one was a scroll.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
This one, if you drink it, you can change.
Or if we force someone to drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they would choose. So.
Oh, yes, here they are. Do you want to hold on to them, Quentin?
Actually, I think the potion of flying should go to either Stigander or Ragnar.
Okay. Sure.
Ragnar.
Or Rangrim.
Ragnar.
Ragnarim.
Rangrim.
We're just changing your name to Ragnarok.
Yes.
Makes
That's
sense.
basically what you do.
What? No.
If you could
I will
let
take the
Dolores
potion
know.
of flying. I could probably, Uller and I could probably make pretty good use of that in battle.
Getting up to high spaces is never a bad idea.
Nice bird's eye view.
And a potion of polymorph isn't a potion of healing, but if you need to turn into something real quick, Rangrim, you could do a lot
Could
worse.
absorb a lot. Could absorb a lot of hit points.
Would be really cool.
Might work for Bope as well.
Yeah, well, with this new purchase I'm going to make, I'll have access to the spell polymorph, and then we can keep the scroll.
I will hold on to that potion then.
Nice.
Anderi would be very happy to meet with you.
Yes, so I come to him with
He's down at the
bags
local inn.
of gold and platinum.
You need an escort, or you got
so
this?
yeah. So how much do we want to give to Bope each?
I can pony up 5,000 because we'll get it back eventually.
Yeah. This is just a loan.
And so if he ponies up his 5,000, how much more do you need, Bope?
I would need 2,000.
I will pony up the other 2,000. Ooh, not 20.
Okay, just making a note here. I owe you. All right. Gold. Stick it there. All right.
Yes. And Sanderi awaits you at the Craven Raven, which is the fancy tavern in town. It's right across the street from the Valorians, which is the playhouse, the theater, where you performed the Red Hand of Doom in our first episode together.
Ta-da!
It is a fancy place over at the Craven Raven.
So craven and so raven.
Mm-hmm.
That's so brief. Oh.
Usually adventurers aren't allowed because you bring trouble, but you all are special.
Sanderi.
Yes. Oh, my friend. It's so good to see you again. I see you are looking a bit under the weather, my friend. Are you okay? Are you eating well?
It just came out of the Underdark. Didn't agree with me.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Well, the Underdark. That's very dangerous. You should not go there. It's
Probably
filled. It's deep and full of terrors.
But I have some friends that I'm trying to save from a terrible death.
You are a most gallant hero.
But that's
It is an honor to know you.
well, thank you, Sanderi. Speaking of which, what would help me, perhaps most of all, is that ware that you and I have spoken of before. The interesting book of the bat, I believe.
Yes. It is most fascinating, is it not? I have brought it with if you would like to inspect.
Oh, yes, please.
Please do ignore the bodyguards I have in the room with me. They are for our protection.
Very good. And like a connoisseur of a fine wine, I attempt to hold it up and look at it in the light and, kind of blow on it, rub some imaginary dust off of it. Yes.
It looks like the cover has been woven together out of bat wings.
This is
And that is the leather that holds together inside. The pages gleam of polished electrum.
I eye him from beneath a bushy eyebrow and just say, as a one-time purveyor of the Book of Vile Darkness, let me tell you, I know quality books. I can tell this one has been around. It doesn't quite have the same notoriety, though, does it?
Hang on, I'll give the book.
Oh, I couldn't see you beneath my.
This one. Yeah, I had to go grab the book. I think it's this one. You have the Book of Vile Darkness?
I'm
curious. That is, you are brave. That book has eaten people.
It very nearly he consumed what's left of my soul anyway.
You are lucky to be alive. They
That's
said that
true.
every spell in it is given to it by someone who has used the Book of Vile Darkness, and their soul is sucked inside, and their best spell is impressed upon the pages. And the book has dozens of spells. Or so I've heard.
I wouldn't recommend it. But it's 2 stars. It's a forest gnome thing.
Ah, this gruesome-looking tome is tall and narrow, being 3 hand widths across, but 9 from top to bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh boy, that is tall and very narrow, about that big.
How are you carrying this?
I have a bag of holding
How are you reading this?
in my
Carefully.
study.
Carefully. The book's covers are plates of blackened sealed oak bound with tattered leathery hides and wings of large bats, of black bats of large size, claws still attached.
Ooh.
Now, inside, the spells are imprinted on 22 pages of polished electrum, stamped and etched with the symbols and script of spells, 1 to a page. It's a very distinct book.
That's beautiful. I mean,
Yes, we are very
it's
fortunate
nice.
to find it. It's a very rare find, which is why we've been asking for a very rare price for it.
Yes.
Did you
well,
find my counteroffer amenable?
I did. I do. I received your message, and I have brought the requested fund if you are ready.
I am.
Okay. And I motion to my handlers because I cannot carry that much money.
Okay. And you pull it out. He goes, oh, fascinating. All right. And he rubs a ring, and a creature kind of bubbles out of the ring and kind of has like all misty on the bottom. And she's there with her arms across and looks down. Yes, my master. Please count this coin. Of course. And she looks down and says, how much money is there?
There's 21,000 gold and platinum.
She confirms with, she stares at it quickly and then confirms. Yes, it's 21,000, and it confirms all the amount of money that you've presented. Is there anything else you require of me, master? No, that will be all.
And I, as opposed to, holding out my hands for the book, I just hold up my bag of holding because I can't muster the strength to carry it right now.
If we have a deal.
Yes.
Should we shake upon it?
Absolutely. If you can reach down this low.
Oh, he does so.
Frozen.
In fact, he's quite willing to go down on one knee, so he's down the same height as you are, and extends his hand.
And you hear a crack as my knuckles just...
Oh, you must do something about this. Have you considered the wondering of a clone spell?
No, I haven't.
Or a longevity potion. Restore your strength.
I only have so much left that I need to do. That's okay.
Okay, if you insist. But I have talked to the others about you. And we are most impressed with you. And I carry with you an offer from my brotherhood. We would like to invite you to join us or to petition for membership. We are called the Knights of the Shield. And we are a very extensively connected brotherhood through Amman.
Okay. Well, it would be good to have an ear in Tethir, as they say.
Yes.
What is the price required?
You know the old saying that if you have to ask, you cannot afford it? But first, let us.
I've been to Arm.
You have, so yes. Let us give you the application form first. Okay. And he produces out the from his bag of holding a packet that's all done up in a leather case that kind of ties together, and there are an extensive application process on how to, and it's going to be asking you a whole lot of questions of who you are, where you're from, what your resources are, what you would bring to the Knights of the Shield, other powers. It's like a very extensive college application. Or a job application, depending upon which one, how you want to look at it. Again, they have narrative bits. Please answer. Please describe your favorite way of making money. Here's a situation that's been presented to you. How can you use this for your own gain? And then there's an information picture information page about the Knights of the Shield.
Well, this is quite
About
intriguing.
what they can offer you, which is contacts, opportunities, concierge level at the hotels, the various inns in town, special vacations that are only offered to select few like you.
Well, indeed,
It's
seems worthwhile.
extremely exclusive. Extremely exclusive.
Well, I appreciate this opportunity, and I will work on this in my spare time.
Excellent.
I will have to have my my associates look at all over, of course, and make sure that everything is quite appropriate and above board. But I'm sure in good time, Quentin will give it a stamp of approval.
Well done. Excellent. I look forward to hearing from you. And may this book bring you great pleasure and power.
Excellent. Thank you. And I thank again Stigander and Quentin. Perhaps that nap then.
To the nap.
All right. And so it is written, so let it be done. You are now in possession of the bat, as well as a solicitation. The weird thing is that when Stigander, if she looks at the pages in that pamphlet, are completely blank.
Ooh, fancy.
Well.
It's a magic thing, I'm sure.
I don't have any words on that page.
Well, I kind of squint. Maybe in the morning they'll be a little clearer.
Oh, and while you're doing that, over in where are you staying, Rangram? Are you staying in the call house, or are you staying at the local inn? You want to stay at the Craven Raven? There's also the Stone Wyvern.
If there's others already staying at the Craven Raven, that's fine.
It's the fancy rich place in town, so lifestyle costs will go up to hang out there.
I mean, I'm not expecting to be here very long, so
yeah, true. There's also the Laughing Manticore, which is a combination tavern and brewery.
Ooh. Let's go there.
Which creates the Manticore mead, a pale red drink of honey and spices served in a hollowed-out Manticore tail spike that allows the cup to be stabbed into the wood with a satisfying chonk.
All right, now you're making me thirsty.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a good way to waste your alcohol.
And while you're there, you run into an old friend from the Charity for Dwarven Historical Preservation and Restoration. His name is Gregor Stoutsong. Greg Muir Stoutsong.
What brings you here?
Oh, you do.
Me?
You keep sending so many things back to us. They've sent me down to represent the charity.
Okay, I mean, I don't exactly need a charity. Stuff's getting to you, correct?
Well, no, you have been bringing them so many things. They sent me down here to be the agent, the purveyor. You bring it here so you don't have to come all the way up north, and I take care of shipping it up to the Historical Society.
Yeah, I guess that does save some time and effort.
Yeah, that was the thought. You've been doing so that gives you having so much luck. We're going to let you do all of our exploration and not be traveling back and forth across the continent. Yeah. So I am here. The hangout will be your contact.
Super.
Besides that, chonk. Oh!
I need at least 2 of those, maybe
Chonk,
4.
chonk. Chonk.
It's been a long.
That's actually how they do their tally. Is they come over, they count the number of stab wounds in the table.
It's been a long day.
Oh, sounds it. Tell me about it. And he will listen to whatever stories you have to tell.
I will regale him upon the stories of dwarvish underground civilization. And
he is fascinated and pulls out his book, which they all have in the society, and your charity for dwarven historical preservation and restoration, and we'll start taking notes.
Yeah, that
And
was.
also,
Well, I haven't explored the keep yet, but just in the outpost, there was a statue, unfortunately completely shattered. About the only thing left was just a few recognizable pieces and the pedestal upon which a name was listed. Gloto, something fist. Assume hammer fist, but
good. These parts, that's a good thought.
So
I'll look into it if you want.
I mean,
I know we have contacts at Candlekeep. We can ask them, or perhaps up in the citadels of Abbar, up north, and see what we can find.
if I can rely upon you for assisting in these things, for perhaps as a side business on top of your charity work, that would
Absolutely.
be appreciated.
Oh, of course. If you just remember me whenever you accept your rewards. To say that, oh yes, I also want to thank Gregor Stout Song
Gregor
for his assistance. Greg Muir.
Greg Muir.
So it's Greg like normal, and you are Greg Muir Stout Song.
Oh man, I thought for sure there was gonna be a J in there.
Greg Muir J.
Yeah, song? Like I don't know. Muir made me think of Mjolnir. So, oh, sorry, Vikings on the brain. I'll leave now.
Ooh. Actually, I like that. It's now Greg Measure. How would you do it?
Greg Muir. It would be like MJOR.
OR, or would you are?
I don't know. Dealers.
I like you. You is much more dwell.
Okay, how about O and you?
Ooh, you. That looks like a du jour.
Greg Major.
No, they do just like, oh, what is a soup du jour? And it's Greg du jour. You'll never let me live that down. This is the pit trap of DMing. Of don't let the PCs make silly names for your NPCs. Also, never try to avoid having NPCs have the same first initial if they're in the same adventure together.
Yeah.
I'm throwing in a J. What I do? Greg Muir.
Greg Jur. Greg Major. Yeah. Sounds elvish. I don't like it.
It's just said Muir. Like Mjolnir.
Well, if you want to get rid of the Greg, we'll just go with Major.
Monsieur Major.
I have no problem with you guys.
I like Greg Muir. You can do whatever you want with it.
All right, I'm kicking out your J. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
Right. I'll take
Greg
that.
Muir.
Greg
Muir Stout Song.
And
he's here to provide your contact with the Historical Society.
Yep.
So that you can ask him questions and he will write off letters to the various sages and see what he can find. Yes. As long as you keep sending back stuff for them to chronicle, they are excited about this.
That's the hope, at least, that we will go and check out that keep. I think there's reason to go there outside of this, but it is going to be one that should benefit you.
The keep? Which keep is this? It was Broken Spire Keep.
Yeah, that.
But that's its local name. If that wasn't its original name.
They only. Oh, I'm assuming a resident had one called. He called it the Broken Spire Keep, but that sounds a little. Not. Dwarvish. Yeah. It doesn't sound in its heyday, right? That sounds like what you name something after it's broken.
Not to put too fine a point on it.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna. Peanut Gallery needs to shut up. I'm gonna mute myself.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. All right. I also gave me another idea. I'm adding something in. All right. He will happily drink with you for the rest of the evening. And discuss historical society stuff. You have run into him in the past in your course of being part of the historical society.
Right.
And he's known for being kind of a slacker He likes the drinking and socializing part of the society, and not the digging and cataloging part of the society.
Oh, it's a good thing. He doesn't have to do that. He's got people back home to do that.
Yeah, and so he's from generational wealth, and so he doesn't really have to work all that hard, and he lives up to that expectation.
Well,
But he does know a lot of people, so
welcome to Brindle.
so
It's not a terrible
interesting
town.
place.
It's it's not terrible. There's better. There's worse. There's safer.
Well, there's a lot of potential.
There's
At
more
least it's not
dangerous.
Athkatla.
True story.
The Athkatla's a little bit too human.
Ah, yeah.
Could use a good mountain in here, though.
There should be one to the north, I believe. If memory serves.
Those are low mountains.
Yeah,
But I hear they're full of gold. Is that true?
I don't know. I haven't gone exploring. The only one that I delved into, I don't remember seeing any veins.
Keep an eye out. Maybe we could add a little bit of polish to our research. Anyway, Brakazan! We'll cheer you on with a pint of a Manticore tail of the mead. This is good mead. Your honey tastes weird compared to the north.
Well,
Like citrusy. Do they have oranges down here?
I'm actually trying to remember, because would I know why different honeys taste different? I don't know if I would.
Make a check.
That would be a nature check.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't know. Oh,
All right.
yeah, it does taste weirder.
And he doesn't know either, because he doesn't have any of that stuff. He is carousing as his skills. Oh, well, if only you knew someone who's good at nature.
Oh man, where's the ranger when you need one?
If only our ranger, if only our druid was. Oh wait, we have a ranger now.
Ouch.
Whoa. Druid with a
Find
bow.
yourself a druid then. I'll just go back somewhere else.
All right.
And that brings me to let's go with you, Quentin, because I need to do a little bit more work real quick.
Okay.
Quentin, while you're in town, whether this evening or the next day, you also get, in addition to all the charity, you find a caller has come looking for work from a specialist. A skilled specialist has noted your wealth and prominence and has come to see if you need a skilled professional.
And what profession is he involved in?
Gem cutter. This individual's name is Orijono Dazzlegleam and is a rock gnome.
Ooh.
And I understand that you are looking at could use a gem cutter or jeweler in your employ. I was wondering if my skills could be of assistance to you.
Are you the type of rock gnome that likes to venture out, or are you more of a like stay in the city and work?
I'm the latter. I have a very specialized skill sets with tools that require a certain workshop that cannot travel very much. But
So-
if you need a skilled jewel cutter or a gem setter and a jewel smith, I am your gnome.
Let me think about it. I don't have any immediate need, but we are venturing into the Underdark and may come across large quantities of raw gems and or things that need to be reset.
Okay.
Uh,
I will stay in town for a couple 10-day and let me know your decision. If not, I will thank you for your time and we'll part ways.
Sounds good. And I think we've talked enough here. I've got your name and face. I'll send you a sending if it comes to it. What I'm looking for is I need to do a quick drive-by of Emerstall the Red and just give him an update. I'm going to take Blanche's earrings that I've been wearing and slam them down. They got her. She's somewhere down below. And I fill him in on the...
This is terrible news. Terrible, I tell you.
It's like they're coming after everyone who helped, the Velkyn Weave and the Nimbus during the war.
Should I be worried? Should my wife be worried?
I mean, I wouldn't travel alone out there. There's kidnappers about. And I fill him in on the Cyric situation and the...
Cyric here?
Yes.
Oh, that
slaving.
bodes ill.
Not to mention the Pilgrims.
Which Pilgrims?
Bashaba. One of their priests is in town. We rescued him.
Oh, yes, they've been showing up a good bit lately.
Look, what do you think if we just built the temple? I could probably come into the money and get some magic
for
friends to throw it
Bashaba?
up. Yeah.
The problem, well, you'd have to get her to one of equal in stature because she's feeling very jealous of Timora.
Well, I mean, a certain cleric friend of mine has been dragging their feet on getting the construction started, so I'm pretty sure Bashabas would get done first if I wanted it to.
Yes, you have a way of making things happen. It's what I've always liked about you. You're a doer.
Thanks.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a stabber. Okay.
What are you going to do with Bashar? Well, I will support whatever you decide to do. But there are a lot of pilgrims. They're peaceful sort for the most part. Mostly they seem to want Bashaba to... They feel they are suffering under bad luck and they want to have it mollified. They want to get rid of whatever bad luck curse they have.
The impression I get is a flock ready to be sheared.
Are you going to shear them?
Well, somebody will, I'm sure. If not the priests of Bashaba, then the people around the city.
That, of course, is the nature of pilgrims.
Indeed.
I mean, they're pretty much like just whack them with sticks and money falls out.
Well,
although, weirdly enough, it's the only vacation most people get.
To the Underdark, one-way trip to slavery. Look, I got to go see Lady Call, but I just wanted to let you know what was going on. And I'll pick the earrings back up. Well, actually, do you want to keep one in case you, I don't know, want to scrying or something?
I will try.
We're going to head back down.
Scrying is a good idea.
In the near future. Just regrouping right now, and good to talk. Good talking.
I will scry and see what I can find. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Thank you, sir.
Godspeed.
And then off to the Call estate and check in with the wife.
Ah, there you are. There you are. Come. Oh, there's been problems as usual, which I've been handling.
Trouble with the kids with knives? Or
no, that's not my. The trouble with the council. They want their tribute. As a lordom in the country of we have to pay tribute to the council, the High Council of the Council of Five. And
didn't they used to have 6?
Yes.
So much
long
less
story.
Trouble.
Maybe it would be a lot less trouble if we had 6 because it's a rounded number.
Say, how does one become a member of the council? Another day.
No, they pick them. The 5 pick the remaining pick the ones that are there, and they used to be secret, like the lords in Waterdeep, and then they realized that this was just a recipe for disaster and corruption, and so now they serve openly. And whenever one passes, the remaining council members pick a new member.
Interesting. But
so they've left the 6th one empty. I think it's because they would therefore have an odd number, so that there weren't ties like there were under 6. Whoever told you that things were better when there's 6 was just did not understand how committees work.
Well, I understand. But tribute, you say?
Yes, they're not even giving us an exemption for having a hobgoblin army move through. they're expecting us to pay the normal amount. And also we have the problem with all the merchants and the pilgrims are being stolen off the town. If it's not one thing, it's another. Oh yeah, and of course Bashaba's got cursed our son or child, our daughter.
I mean, whatever they want to be. Look.
No, it was daughter at the time.
Yes.
The DM
So how
messed
much
up.
are we talking here? How much are we talking?
Gold.
Oh god.
This feeds back to the birthright question I asked you earlier. I have to work all that out.
Never gonna financially recover from becoming a liege.
Welcome to being a noble. Being a noble is expensive.
Well, the good news is we are journeying deep into the Underdark to retrieve our friends, and along the way, gold and gems and whatever we can find.
That would certainly help. Otherwise, we're going to have to raise taxes. And
Perhaps
guess what happens
on
when you raise
pilgrims.
Taxes?
Oh, we should raise it on pilgrims. Charge the pilgrims. Look, they're a very unlucky and superstitious lot. They've had a horrible lot in life, and we should probably exploit that some way.
Just the
Make
pilgrims
make
or
their
all
lives
travelers?
worse.
I think the pilgrims, because that would cut down on maybe more of them coming. You know, you find the right balance, and then you get some gold for ourselves. Plus, they're not local. You know, they're going to put a stress on the economy and the resources.
I
Tax
like
pilgrims.
the way you think, you savage beast. Let's do it. We're going to squeeze them dry like sponges.
Yes, and then release all that water into our coffers. Okay.
Yes. Yes. And rain down on us. Make it rain, Quentin. Make it rain.
Fade to black. All right.
Oh, yeah, they're going to totally make out as they talk about how they're going to screw people over for money. Oh, yeah.
She's speaking my language.
Oh,
Yeah. There's some hot taxation foreplay.
Oh,
yes.
Fiscal
policy.
There's so
Talk to me
much-
again about how we're going to toll them.
Oh, toll booths. Yes.
Oh wow.
So,
All right. Anything else after you fade to black?
So wrong about that.
no, we'll pick up the next morning wherever we're at.
All right. Last person's to Gander.
That's me.
So someone is in town waiting for you. Where could I find you? Would you be off by yourself? Do you want to go to one of the taverns? Are you
yeah.
hiding in a tree somewhere like
I-
Wonder Woman in the new Supergirl, DC Supergirl adventures?
Probably wandering mostly. I probably make a little place for myself just outside of town. Just to be alone. With like, she builds like a little shrine to Shonda Cool, and just a nice quiet space, slightly away from the town.
Okay. Have you built this before and are coming back to it, or you?
No, she's probably working on it because it seems like she's going to be here for a longer amount of time. So this is probably going to be something she works on.
Okay. When you come back to that for the night to retire, someone is there waiting for you.
Okay.
Sitting down, cross-legged, looks like with this weird hands out like this, in the standard elven style of reverie.
Okay. That's quiet.
As you get closer, this individual has pale white hair and grayish blue skin, and elven ears. And when she opens her eyes, you can see that they are very light lavender.
Hello. Can I help you?
You are here. Welcome back. I've been waiting for you for a bit. My name is Halzena Quelbean.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you are a ranger. I have been told that you are one of the greatest rangers in Northern Amman.
Yes. I suppose I'm. Yes.
I am a Fletcher and Boyer by trade, and I am looking for wealthy clients for whom I can work.
Oh, Fletcher.
Yes, I make
Okay.
arrows and the bows. Forgive me,
Oh,
I am not very um, good with the language up here. I am from a place called Dambrath to the south.
Umbra. It is a subterranean city, I imagine.
Oh no,
No.
we are on the surface.
Oh. All right. I'll like take a
Um,
seat across from her.
Looking at her, you could tell that she is half drow.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Takes a seat next to you and says, "Yes, but for many reasons I should not go into, I have sought my fortune outside of Dambrath, and I
Many
was
of us. Go ahead.
no, I just say, and I was looking for clients of who would value the best of arrows that I can do, and the best of bows."
Well, and she pulls Uller out of her quiver. I think Uller would take offense if I tried to replace him, but I'm always in the market for well-fledged arrows.
Ah,
Is
yes, it
especially
seems that you are done. Perhaps I will find others with the bow, but arrows,
Mhm.
you must go through these at a astonishing rate.
Impossibly so.
Hmm. I am your Fletcher then. I can keep you well stocked with many arrows,
Well, I find this quite agreeable then.
including the specialty arrows of the Dambra.
Specialty arrows, you say?
Yes,
What kind of specialty arrows?
arrows of a wide variety of special needs. For example, ones that will burst into flame when they strike something, something that will have a reservoir of liquid that you can deposit upon striking. Most popular is water to put out torches and flames from afar, or possibly to deploy holy water on the undead from some distance. Also, I have another one that will unspool a thread behind it to create a rope bridge when necessary.
I think you just became my favorite Fletcher.
We have many possibilities. And as I said, I'm looking for a client who can afford my special skills.
Well, having come back with a fourth of the number of arrows that I left
Mhm.
the surface with in just a single day, yeah, I could probably use a.
All right. I have going to have some homework for you.
Okay, I like
Go
homework.
see what go see whatever crazy arrows Hawkeye has, and get some inspiration for me.
Awesome. So rewatch Avengers. Take
Mhm.
all of the notes.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, there's a lot of them there.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna be Hawkeye.
It will take her some time, but she can make
Mhm.
all sorts of specialty arrows. For all of you, you have I've been introducing these NPCs. You can pick these up as retainers if you so desire. And we'll have to go through the rules on what that means. It mostly means
Which book is that?
paying money.
Which book is the Retainers?
Previous editions.
It's in this book.
Advanced D&D. What I can't. What's
Yeah.
that?
Very far
Dungeon
away.
Master's Guide.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
By this guy, I believe he just had a birthday.
No.
Gary Gaga.
Yeah.
But there's a whole section on here in retainers, which is a lot of fun. And I might be doing some homebrew rules because this is where you kind of use those sort of things.
Hey, is Ensign Hammerfist available to? I would like to employ him because I think he would work well with the Kids Without Knives because they need somebody to oversee it and create more daggers for them going forward.
For these sort of things, we'd probably be using the is they have the sidekick rules. I mean, I might be looking into those, the recent sidekick rules they have in 5th edition. But essentially, you will need to pay for, with downtime, you can retain them to work for you and do things. And we'll work all that out in the background as I get the rules put together this week. But as 11th level characters in Dungeons and Dragons, you start attracting people who want to bask in your success.
Nice.
And if you have particular type of retainers, you can also put out calls and advertisements and let people know that you're looking for a certain skill set. And we can start doing some rolls to see who show up. But I wanted to give you a little bit of taste of what happens when retainers start showing up for 11th level characters.
Nice.
That's cool.
Never had a retainer before.
Now, they're not henchmen. So they don't go into the dungeon with you.
Well,
they do background stuff back in town for you.
Obviously.
Like oversee a charity, maybe? Like if
easily.
Ensign Hammerfist is amenable, I'll rent out a small forge/office for him, dump off the 500 daggers that were already purchased, and introduce him to the couple faces, the recruiters of the charity, and set him rolling.
All right. He will gladly help out with that. Particularly if he could find someone that could eventually help his legs.
Definitely.
He would consider that a big honor, and that would really win his loyalty for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, like a heal spell or regenerate.
Like Delira should have something like that.
Regenerate will do it.
Level.
Yeah. I believe she's high enough level to cast it now.
Yeah, I think that's a 7th level spell. But anyway, we can. Might take a couple weeks to find somebody, but we can definitely get that done for you.
You could also look at that High Priestess of Amman, I think you call him.
Mm-hmm.
That,
she
God
is...
of the Sun.
Yeah.
Golden Brow.
Mm-hmm.
Ask her.
Yeah, since Delirious is still sleeping, ask around.
Magic bathroom.
Oh, she's still trapped in that bathroom. Oh,
stuck in the magic bathroom.
It's like a bathroom of life trapping. You go in, you can't find your way out.
Yep.
You got mazed. Jinx.
I already got my joke.
Let me go see where what level she is according to this book. Tredora, where are you? It just says she's a local high priest. Let me go see if she's in the back. Anything else you want to look into do in the town? Are you planning on heading over to Broken Spire Keep first, or are you going to head back down below?
I'm leaning toward, or at least Ringram's going to vouch that we should not leave an opportunity as that to unchanced, particularly given part of our mission is exploration and seeking of, for you guys, valuables, yes, and who knows what may be kept. I don't know how fast they left. In a worst case, it could give us a place for base for operations if we need to make this a more permanent, long-term effect.
Exactly. I mean, forward operating base, the little outpost. Too small, not secure enough. Treasure.
It's perhaps a little bit more secure and better amenities than the little outpost that we were in.
Say, did you ever find your airship?
No, I didn't. If it's the next day, then I would I would ask for Bope to send a sending.
Yes, I will cast sending on the dragon lady.
Mahira.
Her name. You got that name over there?
Mahira.
Mahira.
Mahira. Yes.
I would say, Mahira, Bope here. We may have beat you back to Brindle. Are you guys okay? What's your ETA?
Oh, Bo, is I get 24 words.
Yes.
We are we we are visiting family. I'll be back shortly. It's wonderful to hear your voice.
Going to see another dragon.
You're at the-
I share that with Rangram.
Family.
I bet she's
Going
at the
to see
Saint
the
of
copper
Tiamat.
dragon.
I don't think this is part of the deal, but okay.
All right.
It's not like we need it right now, anyways. It's
Family's
fine.
family, you know.
She will. The ship will come in around shortly before noon. Yeah, you can see the wide fish ship with its wings out wide. We still need to work on our list of ways you can sink money. I mean, improve the ship.
Oh, those ballista I picked up. Are they sellable at all? What would Enton Hammerfist think about them? Or are they usable on the airship?
They would be usable in the airship with significant modifications because they're built to be built into a wall, and so he'd almost recommend putting them in the underdeck so they kind of like cannons on the side of a man of war or a ship of the line because they don't pivot. He could pivot them if you want, but it would take more work to retrofit them into pivoting. Or you could put one just in the front of the ship so that it just, as people are on either side of the spit that sticks in the front, you put one on either side facing forward. And so as you close with it, it would shoot directly ahead.
Rangram, it's yours if you want one to mount up there. I think I might keep the other in the portable hole itself, pointing kind of straight up. So you lay it down and you get one shot off of it, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure we can make use of it.
All right, it's yours.
Ooh, okay, I found my whole chapter.
I was actually going to say the opposite. Going back to the question as to what we want to do down the line, I feel like we set out to try and find Deet and Tobias. I feel like we're slowly losing that sight.
Oh, yeah.
And Blanche Lafayette as well now.
Snagger tells you that he recognized there was a whole bunch of lizard folk that were taken away by the gogglers about 3 days before you showed up.
And
We found all the scales of the lizard folk in the kitchens. So.
And which way did they go?
They went deeper into the Underdark.
And I described Blanche and asked if he'd seen her pass through in the same time frame.
No. He did not see her.
We can hope that we find her eventually, but and there's going to be plenty of adventure down in the Underdark as well.
What does adventure have to do with this?
You said that we were looking for like adventure and treasures and spoils. I feel like there's just as much down there as there could be at some castle that's been abandoned or whatever.
I have, for one, I think shared in one way or another with most of you, maybe not you, Rangram, but that I'm actually looking for my brother, and I don't know if that Aboleth was lying, but it seems like there may be more clues down below than up here. So, if we have things to take care of up here, I'm fine with that. But I would like to go down below.
Well, yes, no, it's all down. It's all in the down there. But all right, yeah, the Deet and Tobias, you had me there. You're right. We should. You're correct. I got distracted by
I feel like
shiny objects.
we put a pin in the Dwarven ruins.
Yeah, unfortunately, in my experiences, once you turn it down a path, you never revisit. But it's fine.
That's a really pessimistic way of thinking about it.
And this one's right next to a teleport circle.
Welcome to adventuring in Toril.
Stagger will also offer
Veil's
another piece of
boring.
information that if you were looking for a direct way to walk down the Underdark and not have to rely upon the teleport circle, probably the easiest way to do that is to go through Broken Spire Keep,
Ooh.
Oh, well.
which
I'm gonna say,
so
where's
that will give you a
illusion?
way to walk back and forth. Otherwise, you're going to have to teleport down there. And he says you might not want to rely upon that circle
Yeah,
all the time
good to have a
because.
back door.
But he says up, totally up to you. Where's my map?
Where's my map?
Have we visited Broken Spire Keep before?
No,
I didn't think so.
I don't think so.
we have not.
It is in the Wyvern Watch Mountains, the south, on the very north of the paths that lead up towards Tarleton and Nymon Gap, if you remember those names.
So much.
Is that where we started? Nyman Gap?
I think you started at Drellin's Ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
And-
map are we looking at?
The one I'm about ready to drop into. Well, maybe not. Didn't like that. We're cut and pasting real quick.
So basically
Pretty
south
sure.
of the area we've been operating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, just drove into a scene setter 4, a map of the Elster Vale, and I will give you our fort. In just a second. Where's my fort?
Mm,
And let's make it a big shiny color so you can see it. I think red,
Yep, I see it.
shiny red.
Woo.
Okay.
Is
I
that
see.
shiny enough?
Yeah.
All right. That helps for you, Jeff, for the scene setter.
It's already on there.
Oh, sweet. Okay. So yeah, it basically overlooks the path up that leads to the Hammer's Fist Hold. It's a crumbling ruin that is a notorious bandit hold. That
Ooh.
every so often they need to come out and go clear the bandits out. And someone says, we really should do something about this bandit hold and like tear it down. And everyone said like, yeah, but they're all dead now. And so they leave it alone and then bandits move back in.
So, I mean, perhaps right now, on our way in, we teleport so that we can go and, like you said, Deet and Tobias we don't know what their time frames are. But
Mhm.
then on our way out, we attack from within, a direction most would not probably expect an attack to come from, but from the long abandoned area.
And it seems like it has been in use though, based on the way they came down.
Well, remember they said the Bashaba priest did mention ruffians, and maybe that's indication that the skeleton that brought him down was not the ones that captured him.
I think Snagger was the one who mentioned that he was taken by the bandits.
Nope.
Led by no.
That was the Bashaba priest and them, because they were on the road and they got
Yeah.
ambushed.
Because he said that he was taken through the castle.
I don't think Snagger said that.
Mm-hmm.
Snagger said that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then
He was heading back for the Hammer Fist and he got jumped.
Ah.
And he never did see who jumped him because he got knocked out pretty fast.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the Aboleth know we're coming. What would be the harm in going there and stopping the immediate, slaves going down and stuff? Disrupt those operations.
We just don't know how long it will take, or how much longer Tobias may have for any number of reasons. But yeah, I mean, I'm not against cracking a few ruffian skulls to make the Vale safe again.
Well, it's bigger than that. One of the rumors you're hearing, it's all of Am. people are disappearing all over the place.
Right, which seems to indicate either there's multiple connections to the Underdark that all go through this area somehow, or this is a much wider organized force.
With the amount of people who are being stolen, I'm wondering if this is much bigger than just individual groups. Like, yes, we found out that there's these 3 ways that go through this one area to capture prisoners, but if this is all involved, we're going to end up wearing ourselves out trying to stomp out all of the individual fires. We need to be thinking about the source.
As our time comes to an end this evening, I'm going to have to break in, and I think I'm going to ask you to each take a vote. I'm going to do a vote real quick, so I know what to prepare for next time we get together. So your questions are: do you A, want to go to Broken Spire Keep, or B, venture down into the realms below, beyond the cave of here, the arch, the broken gate that you have sealed with stone? I'm going to roll a die real quick to see who goes first on the die. Although I can't open this thing. Oh man, that magnet is tough. I'm getting a different one.
It's totally going to be delirious.
All right, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so first one up is the Gander. Broken Spire Keep or Realms Below?
Realms Below.
Next one is, I need to switch dice. I guess the Gander again. Quentin.
Realms Below.
Hope.
Broken Spire Keep.
All right, and that leaves Rangrim. Are you going to Broken Spire Keep and forcing Delirious to decide?
No.
Make her feel special.
We're going. Rangrim was already convinced by Stagander that Bopen's eyes need and he understands time is always of the essence in rescuing people.
I do like your idea of coming back up through the spire.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd like that, yeah.
I now have my marching orders on what to develop. Thank you very much. And that brings us to a good place to wrap up for the night. So, Josh.
Don't touch that dial, because immediately following us is the Mists. Because once they have you, the Mists never let you go.
And don't forget to subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel right now. Subscribing is free and you don't miss any of the action, access to all the shows and content. Your likes and positive comments on the videos give us a boost and helps future Tavern regulars find out about the shows. Thank you.
And go visit dndbeyond.com to check out their D&D support tools and capabilities for making your own home games the best that they can be with online and mobile support.
I got a whole lot of things I got to develop this week, like how to convert the retainer rules of this one to 5th edition. It's going to be fun. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. I really appreciate it. I've had a lot of fun with these guys, and I'm looking forward to playing again next week. Have a good night, all. Take care and enjoy the mist.
Good night.
Tariffs, yay.